check out my Senton, ready to race. Let's take her for a little spin here. You can see here. Not perfect, but it is my first real paint job. I definitely made some mistakes, but overall I think it turned out great. I like it. I like the idea. Like I said, I definitely could have did better, but it is what it is. Underneath, let's get this started right here. Got my ProTech motor fan. And just my ESC fan. Got a ProTech 160T servo. Got my Proline shocks. My Duratrax lineup short course tires. Oh, that thing blinking, that's my transponder. It's a little blurry here. You can hear them fans working. But yeah, so she's ready to fucking race. Just replaced all the diff oil in it. Cleaned all the bearings, replaced one input gear. What else did I do? I replaced my spur gear. Just a couple things. I took completely apart to make sure everything fit quite well. And then on top of that, since I had it all apart, I washed everything that wasn't metal in the sink, and then I put this True Guard on it. I went ahead and stickered up my cheap transmitter. It's just my RTR one, so I've yet to upgrade that one day. But this is, I'm doing my first race this weekend. Should be fun. Oh yeah, I put grease in my diff and oil I put the oil in the diff, and then I put the grease where the input gear and the diff gear is. I checked my shock oil and all that stuff, but while I had it apart, I sprayed everything with that True Guard, so maybe keep it easier to clean up, and just to kind of make sure nothing was broken and everything. And even though it's my first race and I'm not super competitive or anything, I just want to make sure that that I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I didn't get any footage of the first race, mostly because I was really concentrated on just the racing and learning and figuring everything out. So I really didn't record anything, and Steven was helping Marshall and everything. So this video is actually going to be the second race. The way the first race turned out, I got TQ, and they did 2 qualifiers, right? And the 2 qualifiers, I got first. I had the fastest lap, everything like that. It was cool, so I felt pretty confident. The main comes around. It was a 10-minute main, and I blew it. I just went from second, couple laps later, third, couple laps later. I got last, which it sucks, but learning experience. And I'm glad it happened then and not later. So got that behind us. So this is actually my second race. It's at Eds Rc in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Pretty awesome place. So had fun in the first race. Didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted, but I had fun. So the footage you're about to see is going to take place at Eds Rc. So, alright, we're going to follow some of these guys around here. We're at Eds Rc track. We're here for some racing. This is the second heat qualifier. We're going to pick a guy to follow. We're going to follow this guy. Right here's a nice jump on table. Whoop. he messed up. We'll switch it up. I really like this off camber corner. Got a double back there into a double on a table, or you can triple it, or you can double on the table and turn, or a lot of options there. Last time I was here, it was only, I think, 8 foot wide, and they widened it to 11 foot. They also got rid of the wall ride that was back here. Just wanted to kind of show you some of the layout of the track. The driver's up there. So the first 2 heats, got 4th place both times, but the second heat I did have a slightly faster lap time. Waiting for my main event now. This track, I had to get new tires. They didn't have slicks, so I got these. It was about as close as you can come to them. Then obviously the rims. These were actually the first tires that I glued myself. Had to get some sauce, some sticky kicks, the yellow. You just put that on your tires and it makes it more grippier. The only problems I've found so far in this track is I think I might have blown a seal. Came off of heat 1 and my cap down here was down a little bit and I had lost all the oil in my shock. So I tightened the cap back up and bought more oil, used 40 weight, and got it filled back up, tightened that up. Went out for my second heat, got 4th place again, came back, and now it's half empty. It's kind of leaking out there, so I think when I get home I will have to get a rebuild seal kit for my Proline shocks. But other than that, it's been a great time so far. So hopefully I can do something in the main. I'm hoping to at least maintain 4th. I'll be happy with 5th. Obviously I'll be happy if I can move up from 4th, but as long as I can keep my patience down or keep my patience up and finish the race in a good standing, I'll be happy. Today's just to kind of build that consistency and comfortability out there with other racers. So let's see how we do. Well, the track officials decided that we had time to go ahead and run a 3rd heat, so I ran a 3rd heat. I improved my lap time, but unfortunately so did everybody else, so I'm still sitting in 4th for the main. So they're watering and prepping the track right now for the main events, so should be exciting.
So actually, I was standing beside Randy on the driver's stand, and I did let him drive by me because I recognized that he was lapping me, and there's no point of battling somebody that's lapping you. There's no advantage to it. It just more or less makes you an asshole. So I went ahead and let him by. So as you can see, I tried to stay behind him for as long as I could, just to try to maybe pick up my own pace and see some lines that he was taking. I mean, there's obviously a reason why he was lapping me. He was fast. So, but, you know, I made some mistakes, and he was way more consistent and faster than me on the track in general. So I lost him, but, you know, sometimes you got to do that. So coming up is where I kind of ran into some problems. As you heard the race director say, that is your leader, that is your leader. You can see the neon yellow. He is now right behind me. Just kind of like mid in the last pack. They were battling pretty hard. They didn't have any regards for lappers. I had lapped them. He actually finished fourth, but he was a whole lap down. I was in third. But here, when I catch back up to him, you can see that things get pretty rough. Things get pretty, you know, we get bumping. It was fun, and it was challenging, but at the same time, it was kind of annoying. You know, it's like I said before, there's no real point of battling someone that's lapping you. Just let them race their race, you know. And because of all this, you notice I make a few more mistakes than I have this whole race, but it is my second race. It's a learning experience, and overall, it's been an awesome time. Coming into this corner, you can see I hit this inside right here, and then this is really where the battle between me and yellow kind of happens. So coming up, you're going to see it get a little intense between me and yellow. Right here, coming around this corner, you can see he's kind of pushing me. I jump right here, and he blatantly slams me, and then I hit the leader. You know, it's not good racing. It's just frustrating more than anything, but it is what it is. You're going to have that sometimes. But yeah, that's just kind of like what I was dealing with. I think at this point is where I kind of check out, and I happen to be able to keep my distance away from them to avoid unnecessary contact like that. But it is what it is. If you listen closely, when he gets in the back of me, he rolls. You can hear the frustration. He's getting mad, but you know, I think the secret is staying calm. And And then I think he goes a little bit too far out. And right there, that's pretty much the end of it for him as far as battling with me. Mistake of being frustrated and not relaxing. Gotta race your race.
So at Eds RC, I had a lot of fun. My grandpa went with me. Um, he checked it out. He was super interested in it. Thought it was cool. Uh, they did 3 heats, which are just like the qualifiers. Each one I got 4th place in. Each one I got faster lap times, but so did everybody else. So stayed in 4th. So I started the main in 4th, and obviously, as you could see from the video, I finished 3rd. So I finished 3rd, which was way above my expectations. I just wanted to, see where I landed, but I wanted to put in fast, consistent laps and crash as little as possible. Got a little bit heated there with the neon yellow car. We got into a little battle there, even though I lapped him. He was still 4th place. I was 3rd, but he still had a whole other lap to come and get me. So we're getting ready right now. Steven's prepping his buggy. I need to get ready and start prepping my short course, and we're going back to Ed's tomorrow for the next race. But I will get some footage this time of that place, and hopefully be better footage. I didn't get any footage from the first race. Got some footage from the second race. Hopefully this one will be a little bit better. As I do these, I get more comfortable with, being able to record. Because while I'm there right now, I want to make sure everything is, every nut and bolt's checked. Everything's tip-top shape and ready for racing. I'd hate to go out there and something stupid happen and cost me the fun time. I'd rather get last than crash out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Till next time.